So this is our first lecture in the series of K nearest neighbor. Simple in this lecture. So we are just wondering about how classifications and algorithms works. Actually, what is the reason behind it, and why we are actually applying this classification technique in the world of machine learning. So we have learned this thing in this lecture. So the main questions arise here. The main questions arise the how the classifications works actually. How the classifications works. So before starting the classifications algorithm, we need to know this is why this kind of classifications works internally doing this kind of job. Okay. So just the first concept is if you just see any kind of data set. So suppose if you just visit any e-commerce website, suppose like that Amazon, yeah, Flipkart, any e-commerce websites, Amazon, yeah, Flipkart. So for every product, they are have a corresponding page for each e-commerce website. So for every product, they are have a corresponding page. And if you just scroll down on the page, then you can under these page sections, you can see a review sections. And all the review are taken here as a text format. Okay. So in real world, this text data we have seen many lots of in the internet world. You have to see many text data, and the dimensions of the text data are so large. Okay, we will see this thing in the next series of lectures. Okay, so just clear the concept actually why how the text data works and what is the motto to take the text data in our algorithms. Actually, for if you just consider this example, just a review of a product for any e-commerce website, then the review of each product will be two kind of review. That is one kind of review. If you just consider the review, so the one kind of review is positive type of review, and another one is negative type of review. Okay. So this we have to actually, our main motto is for a review we have to interested actually what is the type of this review. Is it actually positive or it is actually negative? Okay, if this one is positive, then we can give the rating of the corresponding product. If it is positive, then we give the marks according to the review. It is 5-star, will be 4-star or something else. The same thing will be happen for negative reviews. So this is the main important things. How the machine learning algorithms, how a machine can analyze this text data. We can easily, if we just read a text data, we can easily conclude that what is the type of this text, what is saying actually. It is actually negative text, it is actually positive text. So how these machines works, how to read this text for a machine. So this is the main thing. So this will be our next series of topics. So don't be confused of this kind of things till now. Now let's just see in this lecture, just see how these classifications works internally. Suppose let's take for a review we are calling RI. Okay. So suppose our any review, let's take RI, and this is simple text format. This review is a simple text format. And actually this text, now there have some techniques, there have various kind of techniques. How to we will learn this kind of techniques in the next series of lectures. How a text is converted to a vector. I will convert for to text to a vector. Okay, there are various kind of techniques. Such kind of technique is BO, back of words technique, or TF-IDF technique, or there are some word to vector technique. This kind of technique have there. In general there are most of, but in generally we have using these kind of techniques. And our the main thing is that our the main thing, suppose for a review we are interested to find, if we apply a classifications algorithm, we are interested to find this review actually positive review or actually it is negative review. Okay, this is actually we are interested to find about this review. And if you just see, if you just I'm going to this product page of Amazon. Suppose we are considering the Amazon website. If you just to see a product page of a Amazon's, I think it will be better if we choose a product. I am just going to see the live of the Amazon page for a product. So go there in Amazon page. Let's see how this Amazon's product works actually. So I'm now here in a Amazon page and I'm randomly choosing a t-shirt. Okay, I'm just randomly choosing a men t-shirts from Amazon website. So just if you just scroll down your bottom, then you can find various t-shirt. There are same kind of t-shirts they are recommended. So this is simple the recommended, and this is the product descriptions page. So actually what they are saying about this product, and just simple here is some product details of this about this product. And just if you just scroll down, then you can see this is the Amazon some customers questions and answers. Here some customers given they are asking the questions and the seller is giving the answers corresponding this product. Okay, just you can see. And also if you just scroll down, just see this one. So here just customers are attached about the product and the corresponding photo of there. If you just see these sections, here we are seeing the rating. So here we have seen that on this product we have got the rating 39% are giving the 5-star or 25% giving the 25, and this is the rating that are given by the customers. Actually that's just see this. If you just see this vector, that is suppose let's see this example. Suppose let's see this example. So this customer is Vishal Kumar. I think Vishal Kumar. Just see this one. So if you just consider the Vishal Kumar, this is one customers on Amazon's. So he have given just for each customer, the Amazon's giving just make a system that they are to have to give the rating among 5. If this is totally full satisfies, they are giving the 5 rating. If this is totally unsatisfied, they are giving the negative rating, that is 1. So in general, if a rating is greater than is equals to 4, or simple greater than 3, if a rating is greater than 3, then in generally we are considering this is positive rating. If this is less than 3, in generally we are considering this is negative rating, and if it is equals to 3, then it is equals to neutral rating. So these customers are given the 4 stars, means it is satisfied, that is positive. They are giving the review that is positive. And if you just scroll down that for every review, each customer is giving their review right in text format, and also they are getting the rating. From the rating we are conclude about the review that this review actually positive or negative. Okay, and from the same thing is also for each customer you can see this thing. And also they are just you can see this thing. This is the main thing, this is the main cracks of the machine learning thing. If you just see thing, so by all the reviews, Amazon has automatically conclude that what about this product. Actually the Amazon is conclude that the comfort for this product is 3.9, warmth for this product is 3.7, value for money is for this product is 3.5. So but how they can conclude this kind of rating? Actually just because of they are simply from they are giving this rating from the review, text review. Okay, just from the text review they are simple conclude this rating. So how actually this can conclude, actually how actually Amazon is not totally, this is not manually done. So actually this is done by a machine, simply by the algorithm. So how these algorithms works to calculate this kind of thing, how a machine reads this kind of review. Okay, So just for machine just to read this review, just we will see in next series of lecture. So machine will simple read this review and they are conclude something, that this is code is this point, want is this point, and value for money is this point. So for every review we are concluded these kind of things, and as well from this review we will find the predicted value of this review. So what will machine actually predicted from this review? Is this actually positive or negative? Okay, what is machine actually predict, and what is the customer actually giving from this review? So this is the two main thing. So now our job is actually, this is our actually original, this is our actually actual original output, actual output of the review that customer given, and this is the we have output that is a predicted, this is the predicted output. What will be this about this? So this is totally equal. So this is the main thing of classification. So let's see, actually this thing is actually works in machine learning. So I think this example will be clear how a classifications works actually, and how, just see this from the age review, the Amazon is classified this thing about comfort, about warmth, about value for money. Okay, and also from this rating we can conclude how much customers giving the 5-star, how much customers giving the 4-star, how much customer 3 stars. That's all. So just simple these things are actually used from the classification technique. So I think from this example it is clear how it's work actually. So actually what are actually we see from this previous example that we have taken from Amazon page. Okay, so actually we have seen for age review we have the text data like this. For Amazon data will be like this, that is one. For a review we have a text data and also we have review. So this review is positive or negative. So simple, to read this data we have to convert this text to a vector format. And how will text to convert this text to a vector format? Simple, we have using this kind of tricks, this kind of mathematical tricks to convert a text to a vector. So we will see this thing in the next part of next series of the lectures. Okay, so now the thing is that suppose for classification, suppose let's take we are interested to simple, first let's take we are interested to classification. Doing a classification, and suppose let's take we are from Amazon or anywhere we are collected, suppose let's take 5k thousands of text data, 500k 500,000 text data. So suppose text data I am taking for age text data, our that is review ri we have collected, and for each corresponding review we also corrected its rating. Is this actually customers what is actually telling in this rating? Is this positive or actually is this negative? What is the customer view? That is our raw data actually get from our internet or anywhere we are get this. This is our actual data, we get it. So to process this we have to first convert we have to first process to apply our classifications algorithms. We have to first process this data, we have to process this data. So how will processed? So to process this data, so we have simple applying some that will see we are simple applying this kind of techniques to our text data, that is back of words, TF-IDF, or to vector sans kind of techniques. So simple this, now this text actually this is a text format. This text now we will convert it to a vector, and here we are taking for x text ri. So simple, this now converted for age review is xi. Suppose we have taken this is xi, and corresponding we have also positive data. This what is about this vector? Actually this vector is positive or actually this vector is negative? What is about all these vectors? So we have simple taking these things from this text data to just convert it this to a vector format. Okay, this is simple, this vector this sample, this vector actually is our features, and this is actual our output, actual output. Okay, this is actual output, this thing. Now sample, by applying this machine classification, we will see now this thing, this vector, we can sample, we can now calculate this vector as mathematical operations. We can apply something, addition, subtraction, so that dot dot dot. We can sample, we can apply some mathematical operations on these vectors, and applying some mathematical functions, we have to predict how this, what is actually predicted output, and this is the same output for our actual output, or it is the actually it is the mismatch output. Okay, this is the main thing, this is the main process of the classifications. Okay, so we are have this guy, we have collected this data, and sample, we are processed this data as this format. Okay, now our the main, this is in, we are just we are doing this thing in training process. Sample, in training process we are doing this thing. Now in the text process or the prediction process, what are we doing? So in text process, in the text process, we are actually giving a text data and just testing what it's telling about our classifications algorithms. So actually what are actually happen in classifications, actually we have given a new, that is totally different from this data. Okay, from using this data, simple, by processing thing something, and for training something, we can build a classifier. Okay, simple, we are build a classifier. So suppose we are building here a classifier. Let's take our classifier is F. So now our work is in test phase. Now in test phase, our work is that for a given new text, review text, that is totally different from this one, this data. Given a new review text, now we have to determine or predict, we have to predict if this review, actually if the review is positive or negative. If this review is positive or negative, actually we have to predict this thing. So this will be the output, predicted output of this classifier. So sample, if you actually, we are from this training page, what we are doing, we are building this classifier. Sample, if we just write this thing here, we are actually build this classifier from the training phase by sample training phase. And here if you just consider this our review text, or something for new review text, we are like query text, we are interested to query about this text. Here suppose this new query text, we are converted this new query text to a vector format. Suppose let's take it is xq. So here sample, we are applying this new query text to these functions, and we are finding this output. This output called the predicted output. Okay, this is called the predicted output. So this thing actually, so this predicted output will be either positive or it will be either negative. So this tag is called the query text, new review text, as we have taken sample example or text data, or sample it is calling the query data. Query, I think spelling is okay, query data. Okay, if I think I have mistake something, please write this down, please write it in your correct form. Query data. Okay, simple query data. Simple query data. Okay, query data, and simple it is the predicted output. Predicted output. Okay, this thing is called the predicted output, and this thing is this UI is called the review output. And for this predicted output, what will actually the output, just we will see this thing. Okay, this is the main central concept. This thing, this is actual the central concept of the classification. This is simple the central concept of the classification technique, nothing else. And sometimes for binary classifier, if you see this thing positive or negative, if we have the many more, if your classes are suppose just if you just taking our output is 5-star or 4-star or 3-star or 2-star or 1-star. If we sample just taking the positive or negative, then it is simple called the binary classifier. For because of we are interested to classify our algorithms in two parts. Positive output will be positive or negative. If we this kind of output here we have seen, then this kind of classifications are called the multi-class classification technique. Okay. Now the thing is that how this classifications algorithm works, how it works. How this thing is works now. So let's see. Suppose we are in, suppose let's take first we have assume a functions. We have simple build a function. Suppose we have know nothing about this function. Simple it is a black box function. First suppose it is a black box function. So we have nothing know about this function. This is our simple algorithm. In initial step we have nothing know about this function. This is simply black box function. And in training phase what we are doing, we are simple up, suppose we are collecting some data sets. Suppose let's take is it is our data sets. Okay, what we are doing actually in the we had simple divided this data in two portions. In typically the machine learning engineers or scientists, mathematicians are taking these data sets divided in two portions as way, that is 60:40. Okay. So these 60% data we are using in training set, training purpose, and this 40% data we are using in test purpose. So this ratio is in scenario, typical scenario. So there may be variants. So someone interested, if he interested, he can taken 50-50. If you are interested, they can 80-20. If anyone interested, they can take easily 90-10. So it is dependent on engineers to engineer, man to man, situation to situations. What is our situations actually? So this is mean typically used, typical scenario. We have seen this kind of distributions. Okay. So by sample using this 60% data, we are using this 60% data. We are training these algorithms. We are applying this on this model. This 60% train data. Sample our data format is xi and corresponding output is yi. We are sample using this. We are training these algorithms. Okay, and in training simple to training these algorithms by sample in training phase by using simple 60% data. Okay, this is our this thing is called the training phase. Okay. Now in the test phase is the rest of this 40% data, the rest of the 40% data we are using in test phase. So by training phase we sample construct this algorithm, and now we are using this algorithm. We are using sample this algorithm. F that we have built in training phase. Now for the test data, from the test data now we are giving a input. That is sample xi. Suppose let's take here our data is two type. Actually this y is actual, this is actual output, and this is the actual data, and this is the output of the corresponding data, this yi. Now we are sample giving a data from text data. This is query text. This will be lying on our test set. From this 40% test set we will give on this data. Now according to this data, what will actually predict our this algorithm that will build from our training phase. Suppose let's take these algorithms are predicted OIQ from this from this xq, that is taking from test data, predicted suppose yq. Okay, now we have measure actually also for this query point they are also have one output, one suppose let's take y dash q for this q, and y dash q is the actual output, and here we get that yq, this is the predicted, that is actually this output actually we have predicted from this algorithm. This is called the predicted output. Now we are compared these two output, means how this, just we have seen the differences. If our this output, this yq output is approximately equal to our actual output, this, then we can conclude that our model is perfect. Then we can conclude that our model is perfect. If this is not happen, if this thing is not happen, if yq is not approximately equals, if there have some large differences, huge differences from these two output, if they here have two huge differences, then what will be? Then simple we are retrain. Then simple we are retrain this algorithm. Again we have construct a new algorithm, new functions by simple seeing that retrain. This phase is called the retrain phase, retraining this algorithm. If this happens, so this thing will continue when we will not satisfy from this algorithm. Okay, this is the simple primary concept of a simple algorithm, of the classifications algorithm. Classifications, or if you can see, if you just see the same thing also for regressions algorithm. This actual concept, primary concept are working from this thing, from our classifications or algorithm or any kind of machine learning. Actually we have to predict a proper prediction. We have to actually find a actual functions that will predict the thing for actual data. We have built a functions using by simple training data, and we will just increase the predictions of these functions by simple using the text data. This is the primary concept. This is the main whole concept in the whole of machine learning, nothing else. I think from this lecture, the idea of classifications or regressions or something is clear, all of you. Okay, so we will see how the k-nearest neighbor algorithms actually work in the world of classifications. Okay, this thing I will see in next lecture.